Good morning, guys. Happy Tuesday. I hope you guys are all doing really well. Let's take a look here real quick at some buy and sell signals that were populated this morning that you could have taken advantage of. And also something that's really cool with these metrics, I don't know if you guys know, is every Tuesday and Thursday, Ron, who's actually one of my affiliates, goes live from 7 to 9:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, literally going over every buy and sell signal and the opportunities that are presented by the market, so you can hopefully capitalize and learn from it as well. So if you guys look at this, going back to about 6 o'clock here, I marked this out showing the max potential profit. Now, are you going to get max potential profit on any of these trades? No. Warren Buffett has the really good saying of, I've never bought at the bottom and I never sold at the top, but you just got to get those movements in between. So if you guys take a look at this, off this one sell signal here, this ended up running for 110 points. We came back up, getting a great buy signal here, about 60 points, and then we ran for another 50, and then it ran for 40. So if we look at this, I want you to break this down into something a little bit more basic and say, okay, what do I look at this? Am I going to get 100 points, 50 points, and 40 points all the time? No. And I understand that, but let's just break it down into 10. So if you were to say 10 points, 10 points, 10 points, 10 points, what does that equate to? With 5 micros traded on a 50K account with take profit, that's going to be $100. Well, if this is $100 and you have 5 accounts, isn't that $500, $1,000, $1,500, $2,000? Now that's $2,000 just going for 10 points. Now, if you have some of these that run even further and you're in my one-on-one trainings and I'm telling you guys, wait until this white dot closes above that profit wave, this is how you're able to capitalize on it. So, doing something as simple as that, let's look back at this. This ended up closing right here. So this is, let's say 70 points. Well, that's $700 times 5 is $3,500. Well, something like this. This is where you can look at this. And also, take a look at your metrics down here. This is telling you, when you get this into this top red section, this is where you can see reversals. Okay, so if you're going long, this is where you want to be entering in to getting out of it, right? So right at this area, when this started stepping back down like this, right? The first step down, if we go straight up, is right here. So worst case scenario, we saw it step back down, 25 points. Well, that's $250. Times 5 is 1,025. Same thing over here. We enter in, very, very top. The first section that came back down was right here, right? So there it is. So this is now, let's say 40 points. Well, that's $400 times 5 is $2,000. So you guys see how I'm doing this? Again, one more, just let's look at this. Right when this got to the top and started stepping back down was where? Right here. Worst case scenario, you were able to still draw out 10 points, which is $100. Or with 5 accounts, that's $500. So when you're looking at these metrics and you're trying to get a game plan down for yourself, go into trading with a game plan no matter what you're doing, right? So when you're doing that, look for consistency on trades first and put money last, okay? So money is the last thing I want you guys to focus on when you're trading. I want consistency to be first because money is just what naturally flows when you have consistency, right? So in a trade like this, where can the market be heading right now? The 200, excuse me, not the 200, yeah, actually the 200 EMA is very respected here on the charts. This is where we've seen it come down to and then bounce, come down to and bounce. Could this position right here come down to the EMA line here and then bounce back up? Absolutely, it could. So what I look at for trades like this is to either hold them and make sure that profit wave, this is the profit wave here, right? And what's to go a step further, you guys, right here on the 2-minute time frame, this data box is literally going to be telling you guys, okay, what's happening on the 1 minute and the 2-minute time frame? I like trading the 1-minute time frame because you get a lot more opportunities. But what is my time frame showing one time frame above? Just so I don't have to be on multiple charts. Well, it's showing me that the candle right now populated on the 2-minute time frame is bearish. The background color, this is green, this is red. It's telling me what is the background color. Well, that's red. Now the profit wave, this is the profit wave right here, right? So if this is all green, you go long. If this is red, you go short. Well, the profit wave on the 2-minute time frame is also red. So not only is the time frame that I'm on, but also bigger money is also showing bearish as well, right? So having those two in combination, that's where you can get an overall kind of biased opinion of saying, okay, where's the overall direction, right? And that's where you can capitalize on these trades a little bit further. I'll let you guys know over here, if you guys go to My Future Success or just the link in this description here, you can literally grab lifetime access to all these metrics. You never pay any monthly service fees at all. And also over here, join the elite trading group. This is all individuals that went over to Take Profit Trader. And in the promo code, I want you guys to type in all caps, just My Future Success. A couple things this is going to do. Not only is it going to give you the best discounts absolutely possible, rock bottom, but when you pass your 550K accounts and you go to a pro status, shoot me a screenshot, and I'm going to get on a call live with you guys every first and third Friday of the month. Completely free, 100% free of my way of giving back. If you guys want more in-depth one-on-one training, I also do that as well. But Ron is literally live right now, today is Tuesday, going over every buy and sell signal and looking and analyzing the market live right in front of you guys right now from 7 to 9:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, going over every entry. So hopefully you can get the education and also see some profits that people have been already making with this alone. But take a look at some of the 5-star ratings that have come through over here. Just having an absolutely amazing time. But let's head back over here to the charts. Let's see what's happening. And, you know, these are the opportunities. It's great to be able to go back. You know, I like to say, a lot of people are like, hey, like if you go back in time and you look at this, like that could have happened, that could have happened. Well, you know, you need to go back in time and actually see, okay, what happened? What actually ended up transpiring out of certain things? And what you can do with that is actually train your mind to say, okay, if I get a buy signal, if I get a sell signal, if X, Y, and Z lines up, I just need to take it, right? That is where I want you guys to be confident in this. You know, so many times when I first started trading, I'd be like, I think this is the right thing. I think it's the right thing. Honestly, what I did is, guys, when I first started trading, I'd have so many indicators on my chart. I'd have 3 that said long and 2 that said short. And I'm like, what the heck is going on? And I didn't really have anything to default. Well, if you do something as simple as this, guys, I literally have traders doing this. Sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell. What happened to price action? Let's go up. Price increased, price decreased, price increased, decrease, increase, decrease. That's all people are doing on some of these trades to capitalize on it, right? So that is what you can look out for. Over here on this trade that I actually have live going right now, currently up about almost $400 to $500. This was my entry here. You know, I ended up going short on this, ended up seeing a break below the profit wave. Overall background red. This is a reversal trade, but you know, playing down to the 200 EMA is exactly where I want to target on this. And if it dips down even further, that's great. But again, you don't get greedy. You just want to go close to these areas. You know, if you have a target in mind, right? If you have a target in mind, it says, okay, I want to go all the way up here. You know, don't try to say like, okay, I have to get all the way there. Now I'm going to look at closing this out here in a second. Currently up about, what is this? 600 almost? 600, almost 700. There's $700. Let's go and close this out. Wow, we are dumping and dumping. Wow, $800. Actually, there's that push back up. I didn't get the pushback on that. So if this keeps going, we could break below this even further. And this will be a really good trade. You know, this looks like if we can get close to $800, this would be really nice to see that push down further. I'll go ahead and close this out for you guys and then show you the live P&L on my accounts over here with Take Profit. But it looks like we do need a little bit more of a push. So that candle is illuminated. And that is great. So at the end of this candle, what I'm looking at here is, you know, strong bearish candles, right? So bearish candles are these ones with a full body and a wick out the bottom. A good way to look at this and a tell is to say, okay, where is the overall direction? Wherever the wick is pointing, that's the direction that you want to be playing in, right? So if you get these doji candles like this, you guys know my continuational trades, I go over this quite a bit. If you have a downtrend and you come back up with a doji candle, this can a lot of times be your entry to play down for a quick 10 points, right? So this was the candle here. Play down for 10 points and you can get out. That's about $500 right there, right? So that's what I want you guys to be looking out for a lot of these trades to be able to capitalize on. Guys, I don't want to get greedy on this at all. I would be so happy. Where are we at? 840. I'm going to close it out right there, right on the line of the 200 EMA. Let's go back over here. Let's take a look at this. So this was a much longer trade than I normally do, but it looks like it was $422 in profit, which was great. Let's go for this month so far. It looks like we were 6 trades, 6 winnings, 0 losses, 100% win rate so far. We were at $2,153 per account trading here on Take Profit Trader. So that is great. Looks like we're going to end up getting the bounce back up. So you guys, that's a live trade done in front of you that I ended up taking this morning. This was my entry, playing it down to the 200 EMA, but also other opportunities that you guys can see and kind of go over right now. If you end up missing that opportunity, look at some of these other ones where, you know, we ran 70 points, you know, that was minimum, 26 points. You know, how much was this one that I ended up just taking? You know, from here to at the bottom, you know, it's a 40-point profit. So really good. I'm not upset with that at all. I'm actually really happy with that because, you know, I'm just going to look for one quality trade out of the day and then call it good and then get on and have some fun. But I hope everyone in the live training session right now is making money. If you guys are not in the live training session, go ahead and sign up for that, you know, and also, honestly, guys, best investment for 2025 grab these metrics and join an amazing team. And again, Take Profit Trader. This is still going on. This is the best deal you're absolutely going to get. I will literally get on a call free every first and third Friday for everyone. Again, just head over to Take Profit Trader, and all you have to do is just type in My Future Success in all caps. You get 550K accounts. This is my way of giving back. You will literally meet with myself, the founder, to go over strategies and give you guys the best education I possibly can. All right, guys, that is it for the day. Have a great one. Take care. God bless.